Day 1 of week 15. Okay, it's like a little bit, it's about 7 a.m. ish. I woke up around almost like 4 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep, and then, I don't know, I went to bed early. I feel like I went to sleep around like a little bit before 10 maybe. I don't know. This episode I was recording was at like 9:45 p.m. or whatever, for the end of week 14. But wow, guys, I don't feel great. My sinuses are weird. There was something in the oven last night. Where the oil was burning on the pan, and the whole house smells like oil. Like the whole house has like that oil's kind of settled in the air. I really don't like it. My sinuses, I think, were getting affected by that. I tried to air it out as much as I could, but somebody else went and closed up the house, so. And I kept my window a little open last night, but I still feel it. So, I'm up stretching. I'm gonna wait for the bathroom and then get in a weigh-in. And then I've got a dispensary run to make while it's still early. The dispensary opens at 7, but I was thinking I'll have breakfast first, and then I'll go to the gym since I'm already out, and I've been skipping the gym anyways. Let me just try to go to the gym. Still no car, and it's getting stressful. But I don't even know. Alright. I just decided to go to the bathroom because I have to go. And then I'm gonna stretch. I'm stretching right now while I'm recording. I don't need to get to the dispensary early. What I might do is a little Shotokan after the stretching to make sure I get it in today, and a little capoeira. Those are the things that I'm likely not going to be doing in public anyways. And so I might just try to do those this morning from home. The trip to the dispensary is only like 20 minutes away. I'm considering doing 2 workouts. If this one's starting at about 7 a.m., if we're still doing the 75 hard, it would be 7, 10. So my next workout could start at 10 a.m. I don't think I want to go back to doing 75 hard because it was really hard and it was a lot. But maybe I need to do 75 easy or whatever the easy one is. I think I've come to a conclusion that my energy is weird because I haven't been getting outside much. Not having a car and working on this portfolio and sitting indoors is not the most helpful for my energy, I don't believe. I'm trying to estimate how much C4 is in this packet. It's really hard to estimate when it's not powder. But I'm still just gonna drink through these because I have them. So it looks like this one has looks like about half. This looks like about 100 milligrams worth remaining. I really want to focus more on the martial arts stuff, but I know, I don't really do it too hard. So I think the conditioning end, I'm probably going to need other workouts too. But I think the martial arts stuff is the most fun for me. And it's the most motivating for me because it's kind of like tasks that I can tell if I'm like last night, for example, it was really rough, rusty, I was tired. My brain, it just confirmed, even though I, taken melatonin and some indica, it should not have kicked in as fast as when, because I just took them and then pretty much like went to the bathroom and then went to the garage to work out. So it shouldn't have started kicking in within like 3-4 minutes. So it was a little eye-opening to see how what do we call this? How dude, I don't even know what to call it. Just like how it went, like how sorry, I don't really know the words. Just how my brain wasn't functioning, my mind-body connection, I mean, for some of the easier stuff, not really easier, but the stuff that I was more familiar with, I definitely noticed, I was like, I can't even hardly do Taikyoku Shodan. Like, I noticed, like, I kept wanting to do, that, like, rising block. I don't know why, instead of doing Gedan Barai and then, like, the forward punch, I kept wanting to do that, upward block, all the time, almost all the time. I didn't do it that way, but I felt like naturally my body was like trying to do it. And then like the green to purple, I also noticed it wasn't the best. I kind of have this idea where I'm debating, because I'm out of edibles right now. I'm not out of weed completely, but I'm out of edibles. I'm debating if I might just go CBD. And give the THC a break. I mean, it is, I do find THC to be beneficial. I don't, okay, I'll put it this way. I would say I don't really think it messes with me, because when I'm busy, I'm not really taking it. But when I'm maybe like super bored, already kind of feeling down, and I'm like, okay, when I'm just calling it quits for the day, I do find myself being like, okay, I'm just gonna take this and unwind. And if it is too early, even if it's early evening, like 6 p.m. or something, and then I'm like, well, that means I'm not really gonna do anything for the rest of the night, or even if I am, it's like my brain is like in a weird spot, or it makes me kind of overeat more. So I'm kind of curious to know, if that might be a good decision. I mean, I don't have anyone I can consult. I just feel like at the moment it would be so out of the way to have to take a bus all the way, again, almost 4 miles. I mean, it's not that far, it's only a 20-minute bus, but it's still like the getting dressed, the going to the stop, even though the stop is right there, it still takes that extra little effort, and it does take maybe 2 to 3 times longer than it would just in a car driving. and it's close enough by bus that I'm not gonna waste the money on an Uber, and it's far enough that, you know, if I don't like the CBD, I'm probably not gonna just go all the way back over there by bus again. Like, that's very unlikely. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but that's kind of an idea that's been crossing my mind. Or I did get like a free sample of CBD products that I could purchase. I just have to pay the shipping, so I could get that because my friend sends me those. I could go and get that, and then yeah, I could go and get that delivered, and then get some THC. It's gonna run out, and then I'll just have the CBD on the way, and just take like smaller portions, I guess. But I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure out which direction I want to go. Because it helps me sleep. I mean, nights like last night where I was like super agitated when the construction started and all that, it's like, that gets really hard for me. It's like, wow, this construction is like intense, even though they didn't stay late. I didn't know they weren't going to be there till like 4 in the morning, you know, so it's one of those things where it's like, finally, you know, I can relax, I can unwind, and then the construction starts, and it's like, you know, there's no warning that they're coming, and there's no warning of how long they're going to stay, so it's kind of like this kind of thing. When it does happen at night, it's like a stressor for sure, because it could be going on till 4 in the morning. The house could be shaking. The earplugs don't even work with that when the whole house is vibrating and windows shaking because of the jackhammering and all this stuff. So it was a little unsettling last night, but I really was glad to do the Shotokan that I did do, because it kind of confirmed for me that my head was just not doing okay. And today I woke up feeling pretty groggy and pretty, like, I've been having a little stomach and sinus thing. I think some of these beef plates are just not settling well. I feel like it's just heavy food I ate yesterday, especially that meatball sandwich. When I ate it though, I was like, well, that's good. It's a lot of carbs and meat. I'm gonna be able to work out. You know, that was kind of the thinking behind it. It was like, well, I was only gonna eat half the sub, but I'm hungry. Eat the whole sub, and then work out harder. But I just did not ever get my energy up yesterday. It just never happened. So I'm going back to my normal routine. I'm going back to the morning C4. I've just got to work out to make sure I don't get the crashes and the, you know, irritability. I'm going to be out this morning. I don't really know what I'm going to try to do specifically. But I'll try the martial arts in the morning and then eat breakfast. Probably in about 30-40 minutes I'll eat some breakfast. I think I've got some boiled eggs already there. I'll probably just make a protein shake and then have, I don't know, those protein waffles. Maybe one, maybe two. Maybe two, so I don't get hungry faster, because I might be out for a little while and I don't want to have to buy food out. Or if I do, I don't want to have to feel like I'm buying like a lot or need to buy a lot to get full. The thing is, with eating C4 or having C4, I do feel like I need to have my meals on point. Like, I can't be late on eating. My mood and my energy totally gets affected. And also because I've got this weird hormonal imbalance, that might be an issue also with this, the hormonal imbalance might also be an issue. That's affected with the caffeine crashes and and stuff. So I've got to try to pay attention to that and learn more about what's going on. Now my ankle, it was still a little tender yesterday. A little bit, like it was mild, but it was still kind of there. But yeah, I want to kind of figure what I'm doing this week. I'm gonna look at the Shotokan book. The Capoeira. So I think the other day on the 4th, I was studying again with Ginga, Esquiva, Entrando. There's Esquiva Entrando, there's Esquiva Lateral, and there's Esquiva Baixa. So one of them is a kick kind of like forward to the side, or when you kind of Ginga lower, and then it's kind of like a block, I guess. I don't know exactly what the words mean. But from this basic forms of green to purple, I think I've got down. I don't think I do a lot of this Sanbonsuki, the triple punch. I don't think I've done that often. I'd say the combo I do kind of the most often, the basic combo, is the Ageuke, Gyakuzuki, Gedan Barai. Today I'm still going to keep practicing the Sotouke, Mpiuchi, Urakenuchi, which is the one I kind of had okay last night, the outside block, elbow strike, back fist strike. The one I couldn't remember hardly at all was the Uchiuke, Kizami, Zuki, and Gyakuzuki. The inside block, jabbing punch, and reverse punch. We haven't done a lot of jabbing punches, and I mix up the inside and outside blocks. The one that I thought that one was Shutouge, Kizami, Maegeri, and Nukite. Well, that's not really what I thought it was. I didn't think it was Kizami Maegeri, but I thought it was like Shutouge, Nukite, something with those in there. That combo is knife hand block, jabbing front kick, spear hand strike. So I don't think I've done this Kizami, this jabbing stuff. The jabbing punch or the jabbing front kick. I don't remember that coming up at all. And it might be possible that I skipped some of it in the yellow to green. No, I don't see it in there actually. So I don't know, because I'm using this book, so just by the pictures it's kind of hard to see. So I guess it's without stepping. So you're gonna go from you step forward into the inside block to the stomach level, and then without stepping you punch using the leading hand. So your hand out that's already blocking, you use that to jab punch forward, and then without stepping you go into the reverse punch and then Gyakuzuki. I don't know if you do without stepping to Gyakuzuki. I wonder. I'd have to see these maybe in action a little bit more. And when they talk about the jabbing kick, it's actually teaching you the roundhouse kick, Mawashi Geri, after that. But so basically it means without stepping, I guess. You're not stepping into it. So you're doing a front Maegeri kick, but you're still in Shutoge. So you're doing the knife hand block, jabbing front kick, and spear hand strike. And you're doing that spear hand strike to the stomach level and without stepping forward. So these are different combos. I'll see if I'm practicing them this morning. Let me get some of the C4 in me, and some water. I'm gonna have to like subtract out, I guess, the weight of the water. So yeah, let me see. This is up to 1, 2, 3. It's up to the 4th little line. When I'm weighing myself, I try to subtract out the water I just had, because it's like I'm literally adding weight. And it's not gonna all pee out that fast, so this is approximately 75 milligrams of C4 that I'm drinking. I don't know if there's anything about my diet, but when I think about it yesterday, other than the salad with dinner, I did have a lot of beef, way more beef than I'm used to having. And I did have a lot of bread. I hadn't been eating bread for a while. And I had tortillas, which I haven't eaten a lot of tortillas too much. Well, I guess I've eaten tortillas with chips, and I'm having the burritos like once a week usually, but I got the birria plate this time. But it came with 5 corn tortillas. So I ate 2 of them yesterday in a quesadilla that I made, and then yeah, I might need to be adding more fruits and vegetables. One thing though, I haven't really been that backed up, so that's been nice. There were a few days when I don't remember when that was exactly, but I have found that ginger tea does actually help a lot with that. I mean, a lot of the stuff I'm learning is like weird because it's like stuff that I guess I already was told or knew, but I never really put it into practice. And I'm also putting into practice, the iron. It's kind of hard to say how much iron I need fully. The one that I was taking before was 25 milligrams, and I was taking it every day, or every other day. So that was either 75 milligrams or 100 milligrams. This one is 15 milligrams. So I need to be taking it 5 or 6 times a week to get the same amount. Of iron that I was getting before. Sorry. I couldn't tell if this thing was still recording. But yeah. I don't know. But that does feel a lot better now that I have a little bit of a pre-workout going on here. Even though I just drank it, I can already tell the difference. A little bit. And I've been up for a while, that helps too. I'm gonna fill a water bottle and drink that. I try to drink 2 times the amount of water that I have 2 times the amount of a beverage with caffeine that I have. So when I used to drink coffee, if I have 1 cup of coffee, I try to have 2 cups of water. And if I'm having the C4, I'm trying to have double the water. Make sure, that I'm hydrating if I'm having caffeine. Part of me today really wants to just take a really long walk because I haven't done it. But that experience on like Valentine's Day when I was walking and my legs were so itchy and uncomfortable, that was such an uncomfortable feeling. Honestly, I haven't taken any long walks since that, which is pretty crazy to think. But maybe I'll put more lotion on and get my legs as hydrated as I can. And I'll also, I think if I work out in the morning and have the warm up and workout kind of already done, then when I'm out and about, I might be able to just walk. I'm trying to walk from this one major street to the other one. I just don't know how far the walk is. I feel like it's like a mile, but I don't really know. I want to look that up. Let me see. Okay. If I'm going from one to the other, that's a 33-minute walk. About 33 minutes. Dude, that's not bad at all, though. Because max it would take me like 40 minutes if I'm walking like slow. How far is that distance? 7 minutes, 17 minutes. I need to know how many miles. How many miles is this? How many miles is this? Well, if I look at the car, it says 1.5 miles. Can I really not walk 1.5 miles? That doesn't sound right. I think I want to walk. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I'm not going to be carrying a whole lot of stuff with me. I could carry my computer. That would be nice. Carry my computer. Go to the gym. Go to the coffee shop after the gym. There's a Starbucks over there. Go over to the Starbucks and just kind of chill and get some work done. Take the bus back. I mean, that might be kind of nice. I'd be out sweaty all day. I mean, I could technically jump in the shower, but I don't want to bring like a whole bunch of stuff, like just a shower and all that. But I could make a whole day of it, really. Just get out of the house, get some stuff done. I don't know if that would be worth the time or not. But just coming back home, it's just like, I don't really see the point, in going out doing stuff and then just coming back home all the time, It's like, to me, I don't really feel like that is very helpful. So I might consider going to the gym. Going to Starbucks after the gym or something, and just stay out until. I don't want to eat lunch at Starbucks. I could eat lunch over there. I don't know. There's so much stuff over in that plaza though I could eat, and then just go to Starbucks for quite a while, and then take the bus back home and have at least an hour or so, a couple hours, maybe a few hours out of the house. That might be nice. That sounds a little ambitious. Like my energy, that just thinking of that though just sounds so exhausting. It's like just adding more stuff sounds so exhausting, but I kind of need to like use energy to get energy. I know that too. Like all this sedentary sitting in the house working on stuff is not doing it for me. It's not effective too much. So I really don't know, but yeah, I might consider doing something like that. Um, or if I walk back to the Starbucks, maybe I won't even go to the gym. I don't know. If I work out this morning and I just go to the dispensary, then take a walk, and then go to the coffee shop. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm a little I had a weird dream last night. Well, this morning technically. It was sometime after 4 a.m. I had this dream that I somehow went out the back gate, or back. I heard some kind of noise, where I was like, somebody's definitely in the house. Like I heard like a suitcase, like a roller suitcase, going through the house a little bit, and then I came through, I guess, the back gate into the back patio sliding door, and then my dad was home, and and he just like says hi, and I'm like hi, and then I was like, oh, like that's why my mom had been cleaning, you know, because she's been not really cleaning a lot, but she's been like gardening and did some laundry and stuff, and usually when that happens, that means my dad's kind of on his way home or coming to town or something like that. So I was like, well, because they don't tell me anything, they don't like tell me, and so, and sometimes it does feel a little sneaky, but I don't really go there. I'm not trying to like be like, oh, they're sneaking. Like I don't really think that's what's happening, but it just feels a little weird and sneaky sometimes. I mean, when somebody just like gets home all of a sudden, you know, and you know, I think something's going on. I can tell something's going on, but I don't know exactly what it is, like in real life. But I think I know what it is, but I'm not gonna really say. But anyways, in this dream, you know, I run into my dad, and I come around the side of that house for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't just come out of my room, but I'd come out of another angle because I was maybe trying to like catch somebody or see from a different spot, because maybe I'd been hearing some noise and wasn't like figuring out what it was. Something was up with the reason why I went that direction when I heard some noise. And you know, we say hi or whatever, and then the next part of the dream, my folks are like in my room, so I don't like people in my room, and they don't usually come in my room, but my dad was in my room kind of sitting, I guess he was probably sitting either on a chair or on my nightstand to the right of my bed, and my mom was sitting against my closet, kind of like to his right. And I'm like, well, at least my room's clean, so it's not like embarrassing to have people in here, but it was weird to me. And on my wall, I have my master's, like pretty much a poster that has my, pretty much the equivalent of what my master's degree thesis defense, you know, but it's a poster presentation. I think I did a poster presentation once. So I had that poster, but it was to the left instead of to the right. And then there were two other kind of like posters or pictures or something that were bigger than what they are. But on my wall, I do have three things. And then I guess my dad needed something. I can't remember what their conversation was, but I was kind of like, why are they in my room? And why are we all in my room? And why are we talking about this? Whatever the topic was. And then he needed something. I can't remember what it was. And he took like, I guess all of the three things on my wall were being held up by four corners with like pieces of tape. In reality, that's not the case, but they've got different styles of taping and stuff, but it is tape. And he had taken the tape off Now that I'm thinking of it, it doesn't make any sense. But or maybe they were hanging just by two pieces of tape from the top each. He took a piece of tape off of the same side of each one so that each of the three things on my wall was hanging by like one piece of tape. And I was a little irritated with that. I was like, why are you coming in my room and like taking the tape and messing up my stuff on my wall, how it's organized, like just kind of like without asking, and it's just like that kind of stuff. Like, and that is kind of something that he does. Like, he doesn't come in my room like ever, and he doesn't like mess with my stuff like that. But if it's stuff that's not in my room, he definitely does take my things without asking whose it is, or like he doesn't ask permission. Like, my stuff just goes missing sometimes, and that is annoying. But I can't remember what the conversation was or why he took the tape. I think he needed it to like fix something or repair something, and I think the conversation with my mom, part of it had to do with like something wasn't working right. I just don't know why this conversation was occurring in my bedroom, and I just wasn't comfortable with it anyways. I don't really like my parents in my room, and I usually lock the door when I leave anyways. Not just because of them, but because I don't think our house has the best security, so, and we have been robbed before in broad daylight, and so, and we have had people come into the back gate, over the back gate, and like take our recycling more than once, which is like, it's a little innocent, but it's like they're still comfortable on the property. We found somebody's drone fell in our garden. Somebody found it in one of the tomato cages. Yeah, this stuff all happened spread out over multiple years. And we live in a city on a busy street, so of course, stuff's gonna happen, but, it was kind of a weird dream, and I woke up in a weird mood. I kind of missed the sunrise this morning a little bit by like 20-30 minutes or so, because I was like dozing in and out of sleep. I don't know why it's worrying me so much that my schedule's all out of whack though, because it's really not a big deal. I'm flexible, but I guess I'm a little bit worried that if I make my schedule a little too flexible, I'm not going to get things done, as yesterday proved. That is kind of a worry of mine, that my energy is going to be so thrown off that I'm not going to really get it together and function well. Because it has helped me to keep the schedule. I've had this early morning schedule for some years now, and I wouldn't say it's helped with my sanity, because clearly I'm not always in the greatest of headspaces, but I think I need to get out today, regardless of what it looks like and what I do. Maybe I'll just bring some stuff, because I've got stuff I need to do that I'm not motivated to do and I don't want to do at all. So I might just bring a towel, bring my stuff, shower at the gym, go to the coffee shop, stay there a little bit. I don't know, because I've got some stuff to do, but I've been kind of putting off doing errands and stuff because it's a lot. And then Saturday, maybe I'll go do some returns. I've got some returns for Marshalls, so maybe that'll get me out near the other gym. But I really do need to be going to the gym a couple times, or at least taking walks. I mean, one or the other, if not both. But just not to have the energy to do it is pretty crazy, because I'm sleeping. Maybe I'm not sleeping that well. I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to drink this water too. But yeah, maybe I'm not sleeping that well. Like, I'm not sleeping as well as I think I'm sleeping. But that's possible. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm drinking this water down. But it's possible that I'm not sleeping that good because I feel exhausted, more exhausted than I should feel, considering the sleep. And because of how my caffeine crash felt on Wednesday, I really am concerned. I don't want to take way more caffeine at all. I really don't want to do that. Because that level of irritability is just not good. But maybe also it's because I'm kind of cooped up. I always kind of sing this. One of my favorite songs, "Bullets with Butterfly Wings" by Smashing Pumpkins. It's one of the songs I learned on guitar first, like back in the day. Maybe not first, but it was up there with some of the early songs I learned. And just the lyrics to that, you know. There's that one line, like the chorus line, "Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage." And it's like, I kind of do honestly feel that way sometimes. Like, just kind of like cooped up. I don't get a lot of space to myself. Unless I wake up at like 5 in the morning. Like, literally, that's the only way. And it's still not even 100% that I get space to myself at 5 in the morning. But I don't know. Because people are up, and especially with their bathroom being broken still, it's almost been a year. Next month is going to be a year that, you know, this $6,600 repair hasn't been made. And so, I don't know, I try not to get all up in people's business, but I'm very much like, I really don't like it when things are broken for a very long time and nobody's trying to fix them. And that is kind of like a problem that in my family is kind of like a trend I've noticed with the older generation, is that things don't work, or people don't make goals, or they just don't have a lot of self-control with a lot of their health things and stuff like that. And I know it's generational, cultural, you know, but it is kind of interesting to me that most of the people of, you know, the boomer generation in my family are, you know, often in the hospital with heart conditions, all these kind of issues. Yes, it's genetic, but also I kind of see the food and the lack of exercise, and I'm like, those are two things that I have power and control over. As long as my health is good enough to exercise, and as long as the money's there to get healthy enough food, I should be good. So, and I do have paperwork to get done. So I might just force myself to get up and go do these things in the order that I just mentioned just now. And try to at least prepare my legs to be able to get out and walk around. I mean, it shouldn't be hot at like 10:30 in the morning. It shouldn't be uncomfortable or that uncomfortable at all. And the gym does have a shower, so if I get all my cardio in before I even get to the gym, I can maybe do some lifting at the gym, hit the sauna, and then hit the shower, and call it a day. Grab some lunch, and then, you know, call it. Worst case scenario, I run out of energy way too early, and I don't get to get my work done on my computer and stuff, and I end up not following through with that. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I get a lot done. But yeah, being cooped up is not for me. It is not working for me at all. Um, it's a little too much for me to be cooped up. I really don't handle it well. And, maybe TMI, I'm kind of waiting for this bowel movement, so I can do my weigh-in and then start my morning workout here. I really do think the morning workouts are kind of saving my energy. I don't want to slack on them. As much as I don't really like it, it is kind of nice after messaging friends on social media or whatever at like 6 something in the morning, and then just having some C4, doing a recording while stretching, and then working out. That's kind of like an ideal way for me to start my morning. It feels productive. I can you guys can see the headspace I'm in the morning. This is more problem solving. I'm not feeling miserable. I wouldn't call this miserable, but I'm not feeling like super great or super happy, but I'm optimistic with some motivation, also with some hesitation. But I worry, I worry that my energy isn't good, because it's not good at all. And that worries me, because I'm not that old, or I shouldn't be that unhealthy to where my energy needs to be this bad, So, but I'm trying to pay attention to what it might mean, but I'm also trying to be realistic with it and be like, what part of this is accurate and what part of this is kind of like in my head, like what part of this am I making it this way, and what is actually going on. So this time stretching has been very long, but let me get going with some of the stuff I'm working on right now, so I can get the workout part in for the morning before people start getting up and before I start running out of energy. And maybe I'm not hydrating properly. Who knows? It could be so many things. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Okay. Alright. Sorry for the silence and all the dead space. But yeah, it's been 49 minutes. I've been kind of stretching for about 40 minutes. So I'm going to turn that, 50 minutes. Alright. I'm going to turn that off. And let me see. What am I bringing? I don't want to bring a whole bunch of stuff with me. I'll probably just need like a sweater. Some shorts. Alright guys, so the weigh-in went well. I'm about 1 pound higher than it's more like maybe a little less than 1 pound, like half a pound or 0.7 pounds or so more than the lowest when I got to that lower number, which makes sense considering what I ate yesterday. It's 8:30. I'm starting the process. I made my breakfast. It's gonna be 2 waffles, 2 eggs, 4 strawberries. I just had a protein shake, the full amount, the Orgain plant-based, 2 scoops, which is 150 calories. And right now I'm just kind of pacing the lines. I'm gonna get ramped up and do some more. The protein shake maybe helps because then I'm not prolonging my breakfast too long, and I can just still work out with it in my system right away because it's just liquids and it's not like too much liquid, but it's a bit of liquid, but it's not like I don't have to wait like 30 minutes necessarily, not for what I'm trying to do. So I can just start right away, and then when I'm done, I'll probably work out till almost 9, or do 15 minutes in the garage, 15 minutes in my room. I can hear that my mom's up. She's like watching stuff on her phone in her room, but usually she's up around 8:30. So I try not to bump into her, but she's also been up earlier. I thought I heard her around 6 or 7, so, and the lights were out in that part of the house, so I know she's been up already. So I might not bump into her. So I'm gonna do I might just do a couple lines and then do the insanity warm up, just one rep per exercise. Not even all of them actually. I'll pick a few because I'm kind of rushed trying to get out of the garage. I guess the more important thing is getting the high impact in, and then I have the space for the martial arts. So I'm probably going to start with the capoeira because I need more space for that. Capoeira, then katas, then I can do any of the other basic combos in my room for the most part because I don't really have them down, but I intend by this weekend to kind of have them down better. Alright, so it's about 9 a.m. So it's taken me almost 2 hours of my morning, including the cooking, breakfast, and shower. I just shower after I stretched, but the cooking and showering. And so I basically, after the warm-up in the garage, I did a little bit of Heian Nidan and Heian Sandan, and then I came back to my room. I had a little bit of capoeira, and then I realized I might have the form a little bit wrong. I think I've kind of got Ginga down, except for when I notice the mind-body connection when I'm tired. That's really what affects me a lot. But I think I've kind of got a lot of it down. And then, yeah. So I was practicing the esquivas, the sideways, the backward, and the, I guess, lower. I don't know what you call them. That's gonna take me a while to get down. The flexibility, I need the flexibility. So I might need to practice that flexibility from that like wide squat position, and then kind of bending either left or right, or from that stepping back and being back so low with that block, left or right, and especially the one, I think it's called Esquiva. I have to look it up. Esquiva Baixa. Baixa it's kind of like low. That one's low where one hand after the Jenga touches the ground. That one, my back and my shoulder need work to get to that easily. That is going to be a place where I can tell might be some injury opportunity. Because when I tried it, I was like, ooh. Like I leaned on my left wrist for some reason is pretty weak, and I kind of tried to palm the ground instead of just fingertips. And I think I might need to start with fingertips first, or make sure I'm stretching my hands and stretching my wrists out. A few minutes ago, I really got distracted though. I was looking for some clothes that I'm gonna wear today and stuff like that. I got a little bit distracted. I was still in motion, moving around, doing what I needed to do, as far as like not sitting or anything, but I started looking for a clean t-shirt and what I'm gonna wear when I'm going to the shop versus what I'm gonna wear at the gym or coffee shop. Yeah, and I'm feeling a little sleepy. Honestly, I feel a little sleepy right now. But I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna eat, and then hopefully that's gonna ramp my energy up. I'm hoping for that. I don't know. Maybe the caffeine's making my energy crash. I really don't know. I'm gonna take some of these B vitamins with breakfast. I don't know. But I'm hoping once I get out, maybe that'll refresh me and get me more energetic, because how low my energy is a little weird. I'm kind of able to do the workouts, though. The workouts aren't really keeping me in too complicated of a spot. But I don't know. But I do have a lot I need to do this morning, and I want to get it done before there's traffic and too many people out. I want the errands and stuff done by noon, and it's already 9. But it's been a productive morning, and I did do a really lengthy stretching in the morning. It wasn't deep, but it was long. So, alright guys. I'll see if I record more today or not. If I get to the coffee shop, it might be more worth my while just to not record and just post while I'm there, maybe. I don't know, but let me see if this breakfast helps, because I feel like I just want to close my eyes and go back to bed, honestly. I do not know where that feeling is coming from. It's such a weird way to feel. But it is still it's a little early. It's not early for me, but it's a little bit early, so maybe I need to take a nap. But I feel like if I take a nap, I'm not gonna do what I need to do. I really don't know. I'm kind of debating if this dispensary trip is worth doing. Part of me is like, I don't really need to go do that. It just sounds like a lot of extra effort. I don't know, because I could go do it tomorrow. I really don't know. Like, if I'm trying to go by the way I don't feel like I want to go do much, but I don't know. Even if I just take that trip to and from, that's not really a big deal. might just end up doing to and from. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I kind of need to get rolling. One way or another, I need to kind of figure that out. So, let me eat breakfast. I don't know. I really don't like my energy being this low. It's really not ideal, but I don't know. I did work out though, so all right. Let me get rolling with my morning.